Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion plays SteamWorld Quest. Finished the tutorial. 67% completion,
Chapter
no
2.
complaints.
The village have goose buckets.
I really want to see where this goes once we get the chance to maybe add cards to our deck. Because for now, the strategy is extremely light. And I'm not disappointed yet. I'm just going to tell you, I'm going to be skipping a little bit of the Copernica and our Millie story scenes as well to get to a little bit more of the hard-hitting card-based gameplay. I apologize, it's just the sort of guy I am. Also, I feel like after 2 lines, if you're compelled to skip, you've already seen all you need to see. Like, hey, let's go check out this wagon. Hello, is anyone in there? Nah. Thank you. Card salesman. A knight errant knocking on an old woman's wagon this early in the morning. Alright. She gave us cards. Lower all foes' strength by 1 grade for 3 turns. Deals 120% mag as frost damage to one foe and an equal amount to another random foe. Okay. So it's got a bounce, basically. What a nice old lady. You've received a batch of brand new cards. How nice. To use them in battle, you need to pay a visit to the deck building screen and put them into your deck. The deck building screen lets you edit your hero's punch cards. To the left is a folder containing all your collected cards. Right now your collection is pretty meager, but don't worry, you'll find many more on your adventure. Okay, you can add and remove cards as necessary. Each hero must have exactly 8 cards in their deck. Fair enough. So right now we have 8 cards. This generates... No, it costs 0, but it also probably generates 0 then. Lowers all foes' strength by 1... Okay, I'll tell you what, I mean, I don't really like bravado at all. I feel like gaining strength would be better, you know, in a Slay the Spire context, at least, if we could have an attack that hits multiple times, but I might be underrating it. I'm assuming because we got AoE that there's going to be more AoE-related events, but I'm going to at least cull 1 bravado to put in a shout, and I feel like that's probably okay. And then, I gotta be honest... I think Book Bash is, like, truly horrendous. So let's take both of those out and put in 2 Creeping Colds instead. Yeah. Oh, we have... Whoops. We have 4 Flame Waves. We could actually just build around Flame Wave. I'm trying not to get too attached to the idea right here too early. But would I rather have Fire Pillar or Flame Wave? I don't know. I think I'd rather... Flame Wave is too expensive now that I think about it. It costs 3 steam power. So let's think about this. We got 3 cards to add. Let's add... We already have AoE, so let's add 3 Fire Pillars. Just so we don't have too expensive of a setup here. I like the mana barriers just fine. So we did a little bit of deck tweaking. I mean, see, there's a little... This is a strategy where I like to be. Now we're still getting tutorialization and probably will for quite some time. Wait a minute, something's not right. Who are those thick guild hero types who are supposed to watch the gate? Maybe Master Gain summoned everyone to the guild club. Speed up. In a hurry, you can use the controls shown below to move faster while exploring. Ah, the classic village is on fire situation. I get the picture. Well, that seems bad, but I'm glad I took AoE. A decisive victory for the Void. Those dumbbells never knew what hit them. Corporal Budge, as in previous villages, see to it that all guild heroes are wrapped up neatly. Yes, sir, in honor, sir. We'll have them all rounded up and ready for transport in no time. You heard the captain. Let's sweep the village with pride in our chests. A new world order is close at hand. Yo, they seem a little bit more intense than the weird little mushrooms we were fighting earlier. I'm glad to see it. A real challenge. We don't ask any questions in the void. Hopefully that means you don't talk so much. Thank you. I appreciate that a great deal. Alright, let's ambush him, dude. Oh, we screwed it up. Alright. I'm ready. Creeping Cold is what I want to try out here. Battle menu. You can inspect foes to learn more about their weaknesses. Ah. Health 96, Strength 11, Magic 11. Innate Defense to Lightning. Okay, well that's... Wait, no. I think I've got it super backwards. Lightning down. Okay, well we don't have any lightning attacks, unfortunately, but big whoop. So I definitely want to do Creeping Cold. Like, out of these, let's get Brave Buster out of there. Just trying to think about how I want to approach this. I think I like... We can only use one energy. Let's try Mana Barrier, Shout, Creeping Cold. Even though Fire Pillar does more damage. Thank you. Okay. So they don't seem particularly strong to cold, but we did get a crit, so I guess how would I know? So you have 74 HP. I'm just trying to see. I think this, well, hold on. We have no steam power, so we can definitely dump a fire pillar. Dump a second fire pillar. Maybe we should hold him in hand for the future turn. That's something I gotta work on a little bit. Tell you what. Hit you with one of those. Put up another mana barrier. Because we don't heal fight to fight, it might not be the worst idea to just maximize our defense. One of these enemies is pretty likely to die next turn. Their strength is higher now, though, so our strength is lower, that's right. Whatever, 9 damage. It punches through the mana barrier a little bit, but not much. So let's open with maybe a Creeping Cold. And then I think Creeping Cold will do 14 damage. Let's, you know, I'm not going to get enough for the Brave Buster, actually. But I think we should cancel that. Let's do a Heroic Strike. Then a... No, you got it all backwards. Let's do Heroic Strike, Brave Buster, just to probably kill one. Alright, now I'm thinking... Not just mindlessly playing cards, changing our strategy on the fly, as is necessary. Good stuff. Still have not taken any real damage. You'll love to see it. Okay, what do I like here? Forget Bravado. We're gonna, like, mill... to look for a mana barrier. Yo, that's great news. Now we cast the mana barrier on ourselves. Just play our cards. So essentially, there's nothing this guy can do right now. Oh, counter stance. I'm assuming if I hit you, bad things happen. Well, let's do this then. Hoping that before I hit you, the mana barrier negates whatever damage you might do on some kind of riposte, but I'm kind of flying blind here. Oh, it moves your card up in the order. That's interesting. Or maybe just allows you to play another card immediately, which is the same as an attack. Yeah, okay. All right, that's cool. Relatively consequence-free environment to learn. That's fine. I'll just play my cards like that. A relatively consequence-free environment to learn that new mechanic. Interesting. One level away. I know there's story-driven games. I'm so used to just mashing and getting to the next battle immediately. Someone's coming on guard, you pyromaniacs. Yo, I was gonna say, I know it's gonna be a friend of ours. He's a big old mechanical turtle. Or frog, maybe? We met this giant mushroom, etc. Never mind that, what the heck happened here? How would I know him? What's with people anyway? I just came from the baker. He was cowering behind the counter with his eyes shut real hard. He kept saying, take whatever you want, don't hurt me. Alright, so I'm assuming he's gonna come with me. Thank you, I appreciate it. Yeah, let's do it. Galleo, this homebody craftsman struggles to find good reason to leave his mother's basement. He won't offer assistance freely, and he may bicker and bawl, but when it comes to the crunch, you can always trust him to be there for a friend. No comment. I have absolutely no comment about that. You might think I have a comment about that, maybe at one of my friends' expenses. You'd be absolutely incorrect, my friend. We have found the Scout Badge. What does it do? What does it do? Raises health, raises strength, raises magic. Why not, you know? Thought maybe we could pick that up. Alright. We're gonna keep smacking. Of course. There's up and there's right. Let's go. Oh, Baker Eclair, are you alright? I think so. They stole my freshly baked buns. Is this a quest or what? Okay, go ahead. That's cool. You're going for the tavern. Yeah. Okay. Oh, these barrels are unkillable. My mistake. Should have pressed the button. Didn't press the button. That's on me. Alright, what the heck are these guys' moves? Heroic Chain. You've gained the ability to use Heroic Chains. If you play at least 3 cards from the same hero in the same turn, you'll perform a Heroic Chain, adding a follow-up effect at the end of the chain. The effect depends on the weapon the hero has equipped. Interesting. Unfortunately, we do not have 3 cards. This hits for 34 and lowers an enemy's defense. That actually seems like something we might want to hold on to. Let's get rid of 1 Fire Pillar. Let's get rid of 1 Creeping Cold. Alright, so literally, we can play 1 card this turn. It seems like a pretty bad situation for me personally. Okay, good heal. I appreciate that. We drew 1 card. Dude, we're in a nightmare zone. Yo, stop drawing expensive cards. Are you insane? Okay, now that we've done that, we can do 1 more attack. Let's get... No, forget the AoE, dude. Let's do like... Well, actually, you know what? Let's inspect them first. Okay. So after Heroic Punch, I think I'd rather just focus 1 down. Or Steam Punch, sorry. I'd rather just focus 1 down. I would like to do a Heroic Chain, but we're still kind of, you know, like working on it. You healed yourself. Congratulations, you cheated yourself. Can I do 3 attacks with 1 character? Not yet. Get me out of here with this mend. Okay, at least we could do 3 things this turn. You know what? Let's actually not play Creeping Cold, just so we can build up some steam power, because, like, life is pain. 41 damage, so 41 plus 20. Okay, that's actually enough to potentially kill you. All of a sudden, things are starting to get, I wouldn't necessarily say substantially harder, but it seems thus far a little bit trickier. Please tell me you went for a heal. He did, you fool. So I'm thankful that there's a little bit more strategy involved than it appeared at first, because, I mean, we weren't doing a whole heck of a lot at all at first, to be honest with you. Hit you with that. Let's block Armalily, who I will never pronounce correctly. I'm sorry. Build some steam power. Lose some steam power. Build some steam power. Void Fire. It's an AoE fire attack. At least we blocked a little. We got 36 HP. We can get there. Wait, you know what? Does it have to be 3 attacks or just 3 cards? Okay, it's just 3 cards. So let's see how this works. It's an extra 12 damage and we heal for 9. An extra 15 damage because of the bravado. Alright, very interesting and a new strategic layer I had not considered prior to this moment. Good work, team. Oh, Galleo comes in at our level as well. Oh, you can see what they get. So an extra 4 strength, an extra 6 magic, an extra 20 HP. So obviously, like, Galleo's like our tank. I'm assuming that maybe we'll get some kind of taunt ability in the future we can use with him. Shields up. Raises 1 ally's physical defense by 2 grades for 3 turns. So let's go to our deck here. Steam Punch times 4, Mend times 2. So it's a big heal. And then Wrecking Ball, I gotta tell you, times 2. It's so expensive, I really doubt we're gonna be able to play that consistently right now. Give me some shields up instead, even though it makes this guy not particularly strong. I'm feeling okay about that. Alright, let's go up. Hey, come here. I'm gonna press the A button when you get close. He's done it. Mastered. Alright. We can not do 3 attacks with the same unit yet. 3 cards, I should say. Let me try. Let's get rid of the Brave Buster real quick. Let's get rid of Creeping Cold. Okay, this is actually what I wanted. So we'll play a Shields Up, and let's put it on Copernica, because she's probably our weakest unit. It heals you and raises maybe everybody's defense. I also want to take a quick inspect. Okay, so they're weak against lightning. So it's basically like a free card of some sort. We also generated good steam power. Oh, it heals everybody and raises everybody's defense. That seems pretty good. Okay, Mend, very unlikely to be played. Just gonna level with you. What do I like here? I feel like anytime I get the opportunity to get a chain, that's something we should at least put into consideration. So, we got a lot of steam power generated for maybe a future, like, magic-heavy turn. Which could do a ton of damage. This isn't that big of a deal, I think. Alright, so this is kind of what I was looking for. Like, what about, 3 fire pillars? It's 42, 40... Yeah, I don't know. Barrier field? Okay, that seems interesting. It's like a mana barrier we don't have to cast. Obviously, this is hugely overkill, but... if it takes an enemy off the field, then I'm very happy with it. Okay, well, if you're just gonna do a debuff, that matters to me essentially 0. We don't have 3 cards for anybody yet. I'll tell you though, I kind of feel like, why not just mend yourself? Just generate some steam power. You know, because we don't heal battle to battle, it pays to, you know, pay attention to where our HP is at overall, I guess. Because we have a barrier up, I think we got a little bit of turn. Okay, counter stance is very interesting, at least. Okay, so we don't have 3 cards for anybody, but that doesn't necessarily matter. And then I'm thinking, like, take that shields up out of here. Steam Punch, that's 70 damage. This should kill you. We might get a little bit hit by the counters. Apparently not, and you are also dead. I'll tell you, I think I've mastered SteamWorld Quest. I was a little bit, I mean, to use Dan's terminology, which is very disrespectful, I was a little resident sleeper on the lore early on, but the mechanics actually seem really cool. Yes, it's different than Slay the Spire. I gotta separate the fact that it's different from, you know, how I actually feel about it. Is it better or worse? Well, we don't necessarily know yet. So we are not going to get enough energy to play 3 attacks from 1 unit here. From the wizard, at least, I should say. But we might get enough if we get rid of... I think we'd rather keep Fire Pillar, even though Creeping Cold is AoE. Yeah, and try to get something like this going. So we'll go Bravado, and we'll try to kill the Mage first, just because they're a healer and also AoE. I don't really like Bravado as a card, but as an enabler to get a free attack, I'm a happy man. Okay, you heal yourself for 30. Pretty much nullifies my first turn, but that's okay. Life goes on. Now this turn. We could definitely It could definitely kill you. I just want to check the inspect. You're not weak to anything necessarily. Fire Pillar is only 42 damage. So we'd really have to hit you with, like... You know what? What about a Book Bash? Fire Pillar. That's 42 plus 8. We'd have to look for a crit. I really want to make sure this unit dies. So by doing this, at least we get the free barrier on everybody. I will say, I kind of wish I could see how much the barrier actually blocks for numerically instead of just visually. This is, again, obviously an enormous overkill, but I think it's worth it to get the mana barrier on everybody. Okay, so you both got counter stance. Well, I mean, there's kind of like an obvious play for sure. Well, if we're gonna, we should really do shields up first. Unless we're gonna do 3 punches, which I actually think is better at generating steam power anyway. And we could have re-rolled some cards, but I'm okay with what we got. So because I have barrier, I don't think his counter stance actually works. So that's like an, oh, the last one worked for some reason. Maybe it's a roll? Alright, everybody gets healed, everybody gets buffed. The party mechanic is really cool. You know, you don't have that in Slay the Spire. It's you against the world. So we got a ton of steam power. Let's get rid of these shield cards. I actually think that they're pretty much irrelevant. Anytime you're able to get a chain. I don't know if it... Sometimes we've had turns where we want to play everybody's cards, but... Oh, that's such a huge overkill. But again, at least it works. Tell me Lionheart retargets. Let's go. No harm, no foul, brother. Yeah, you know, now that you got into the second level, this is neat. I'm just trying to... You know what? We actually will. If we mana barrier, might as well put it on ourselves here. And then Creeping Cold, then Fire Pillar. We'll get the chain going again. So I'm learning a little bit more, you know, in the Hearthstone, Slay the Spire, Magic the Gathering, you have kind of like an energy base that you create yourself. And it's persistent turn over turn. Here, we actually have to manually create the energy for ourselves every single turn that we go out, so... I'm not saying it's any more difficult, it's just, it's a different style of gameplay to get yourself adjusted to, for sure. Please still play the Lionheart targeting nothing. I guess you don't need the heal. Only Copernica needs to heal. Yo, pretty close to our next level. I wouldn't mind finer grain control as well over each level, but... You know, it's okay. I don't actually want to rest yet. Found 2 more repair vials. I don't think they were anticipating a gamer this good playing the game is the thing. So I wanted to see what's over here, because again, I assume it's treasure. Algyron, help my poor soul. I'm too young to be turned into dust. They came out of nowhere, just like that rash I got from the well water. Okay, I thought you had a quest or something, but it turns out you're sarcastic. Deals 515% strength damage as physical damage to a foe. It's a tag team combo. Some cards are stronger when played together with a card from another hero. This is called a tag team combo. Cards that have tag team combo effects have an icon corresponding to the other hero in the card. The card's detailed description explains what bonus you get. To activate your tag team combo, simply play any card from the indicated hero before the card with a tag team combo effect in the same turn. Okay. Well, obviously, first off, I'm glad I found this card. I still think it costs 4 steam power. Alright, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm going to cut 1 mend and put 1 gigaton punch in here. Because 4 steam power is it's a heavy cost to pay, my friends. But the damage dealt to a single target seems like it would doubtlessly be our best choice. Yo. It's the big bad, dude. Huzzah. Why aren't you with the other prisoners? Bah, those incompetent tinheads, they're soiling the reputation of the Void Army. Yeah, what are you doing here? I don't answer to any guild scum. I do the bidding of the Dark Lord. Whatever, dude. Just play some cards against me, okay? So, what I think I want to do is build up power to use the Gigaton Punch. So let's get Mend out of here. I wouldn't mind having, yeah, more generative cards. We can't do any cool combos here. Let's just generate 3. This doesn't generate, it costs you. That might still be okay, but I'll tell you. So we're gonna do Book Bash, Steam Punch, and I hate to say it, but like a Shields Up. Not a very strong first turn, but remember, we got a win condition now. Get Gigaton Punch out there while you have any other red card and the energy to actually use it. So we resisted a little, but oh, it's lifesteal? I think it's lifesteal. Wow. Rude. Okay, well this one's pretty easy, I think. Obviously not. Why don't we generate up to 6? I did think about using a using the Bravado first, but you know we can use Bravado to generate HP for the Knight character and still get a Gigaton Punch anyway. Mark target, okay. I'm assuming Mark lowers your defense. Still don't have what we're looking for, but that's okay. Do we have combo enablers? Not yet. Let's get rid of a heroics. We could have done that differently. I think we can definitely afford to, like... Everybody's gonna have a mana barrier up, but let's mana barrier yourself, Creeping Cold, Fire Pillar. Then we'll get a mana barrier on everybody. That should block 1 AoE. And the time will come where we will get Gigaton Punch. I personally guarantee it. It will be drawn. Yeah, get healed for 0. Drain strength. Alright. So he's got his ult ready. There's Gigaton Punch, dude. So hear me out here. Bravado. Brave Buster. Gigaton Punch. We should get the combo effect for it, too. So we generated more steam power. And then... Tag team effect. 73 damage. I don't know why I thought that was going to do 500 damage. Maybe because the tutorial has it doing 500 damage. But, I mean, it still seems pretty good. Don't get me wrong. So you need to stay alive. Let's give you a shields up and then hit this guy. It's not the best turn you could ever ask for, but it's a little heal. It's a little defensive raise, and it generates enough steam power to get things moving in the future. It's actually a lot tougher than I thought. I thought we'd get to Gigaton Punch and kill him immediately. Alright, she needs another mana barrier. Toot sweet. I don't know if the mana barriers stack, so like there's a decent argument that this is like not the right way to handle things, but the fact that it basically blocks an AoE is cool enough in my book. I think maybe we actually have too many mana barriers now that we've realized if we just draw 3 blue cards, everybody can get a mana barrier to begin with. It does seem like it stacks though, so I'm not sweating that. Yo, the music absolutely slaps as well. Okay, so most important thing, I think, is generating some energy, because that Gigaton Punch is pretty valuable. And, you know, if it's a war of attrition, I think we pretty much got it. We got the parameters in our favor. Sure, that's not a lot of damage, but the raised defense and, you know, very modest heal. Yo, actually, that's a lot of damage. We do have 1 Mend in the deck. That wouldn't be a bad idea to be able to play. Well, you know the deal, unfortunately. Pretty much have to handle it like this so we can maximize our barrier. But at least he's out of steam power for now, so he can't do his major attacks. And I'm just... the Gigaton Punch. I mean, I know we have 1 Gigaton Punch in 24 cards. I guess once every 8 turns is when you expect to draw it, but... yeah, the barrier is also doing incredible work at just keeping him from healing, so I'm very thankful. So I do think you have to play the Mend, more or less. I know that this is a... Whoops. Who did I shields up? There you go. I do think this is a very slow way to play the game, and, you know, he's doing a lot of damage, but I still think if you look at this, you know, with the sober perspective, we're outpacing his defense with our defense. I don't really mind the drain strength, to be honest, and again, when you have a barrier up, that attack doesn't bother me at all. Okay, still no Gigaton Punch. That's okay. I think we'll do, I mean, obviously, like, I actually like where we're at. We have 6 cards to draw. Let's take a turn to generate energy. So I actually think, like, because he's strong, let's hit him with a Shout to minimize damage dealt here this turn. We got, like, a 50% chance of drawing Gigaton Punch organically next turn. And then on top of that, we also have 2 redraws. So there's a really good chance we could get to that card if we needed to. That's not so bad. Alright, no Gigaton Punch. So we'll get rid of shields up. There's Gigaton Punch. Okay, so how do we want to handle this? Brave Buster, Gigaton Punch, Mana Barrier on yourself, I think. We do get the tag team effect at least. Still not as much damage as I would like, but I think it's doing fine. Keep in mind this enemy has 7 times more HP than I've ever seen any enemy have, so you know it's taken us a bit to figure him out, and I think that's completely justifiable. Get rid of this. We're looking for something cheaper. I actually really like Book Bash, Fire Pillar, Fire Pillar. That's also a really good damage dealer that gives us great defense on the subsequent turn. Book Bash is just kind of a... It's just a mana generator, more or less, but... Like, this is still more damage than a tag team Gigaton Punch, so don't disrespect Copernica. Put some respect on her name. Love this guy getting healed for 0. That's a big positive in my book. What's our goal here? Well, we would really like... I mean, killing him would be fantastic. I actually think I like this turn a lot. We'll just do it like that. The most important thing right now is generating energy so that if we get, you know, big magic attacks or alternatively a Gigaton Punch, we can actually play it. I'll tell you, 52 damage for a 4 energy attack seems like pretty bad value. Not as lights out as I thought it would be, at least. But we did get a Gigaton Punch. I think we could probably kill him. Something like... even just this by itself should be enough. We weren't even really close to death, to be honest. Yo, it's gonna have to hit him for 53. It's done 52. 49! What a ripoff, dude. Don't sap me. Okay, that's drain, not sap. 2 very different things. So now all we gotta do is hit him once, and he's done. Let's say, you know, honestly, Copernica, you were kind of like the be-all, end-all on this one. Gigaton Punch, don't get it twisted. It did some decent work, but she deserves the credit where the credit is due. There's one thing I learned from the army, that it's a good retreat covers a bad loss. Had a feeling that was probably going to happen. Yo, plus 35 HP. Get back here, you Tweety Bird. Come on, let's go after him. Armilly, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but the town is on fire. Alright, I guess we should put out those fires. Still, we kicked this can real good. Amazing. Dude, 80% loot, no complaints. Alright, honestly, now that we're introduced to the mechanics that I hadn't seen before, I'm having an even better time. I'm excited to come back, play a little bit more SteamWorld Quest. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed the series so far. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time tomorrow with another episode. See ya.